Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am so excited that you all took time out of your schedule to join me on tonight. I pray that you all are ready and excited about the word of the Lord. Y'all see this big grin on my face, so y'all already know it's about to be good. Listen, I need you to help me to evangelize to get the word of the Lord out on tonight. Hey, over there on YouTube, I see you, Prophetess Hines Bell. The name just sounds so like anointed. But anyway, I see the Mitchells over there on YouTube. God bless you all. Thank you. And listen, I do not take it lightly. I do not take it lightly that anyone would want to sit and listen to what the Lord has to say through me for over almost an hour every night. I do not take it lightly, but I want you to know that I do put in a lot of time, a lot of prayer, a lot of fasting, because I'm not going live unless there is something that the Lord has to say that's going to bless his people. So I don't take it lightly that you all, I don't take it lightly that you all take time out of your schedule to just sit and eat this good dinner with me. I like that y'all join me for dinner. Y'all have been joining me for dinner for 4 nights. I put it that way. High over there, Generations at the Altar. That is I would say the sister of Sold Out International. So y'all need to plug into that ministry. That is a ministry that is ordained by God through the vessels, my brother Titus and my sister Nia. So y'all need to check them out. I tagged them on my page, but make sure y'all check them out, start tapping into that, because a lot of times we do stuff at the same time and they know I get on there when I can. I look at the replays, I jump on the YouTubes when I have time. But that is another. Now y'all know I don't get on here and share a lot of people's stuff. I only share what I know is ordained by God. It's a lot of mess out there. But when I know God is speaking through a ministry, I will share that. I don't believe in gatekeeping. If it bless me, I want it to bless you as well. So thank you for all you all that have been with me since Sunday night. You know, we on to something whenever the Lord say, jump on, share X, Y, and Z. I need you to stay in that vein. That is what I do. I have to be obedient to everything that God is telling me. I live a life of consecration. It's not that I just go, oh, I'm consecrating now. No, this is my lifestyle. It's what I do. My ear is forever to the mouth of God. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything that he would have me to do in this time, because he told me, daughter, I have called you to help me prepare this kingdom and get them ready for my return. So that's enough of that. But I just wanted to let you all know that I do put a lot of thought into what I'm getting on here to say. For me, it's never been, if you follow my ministry at any time, it's never been about money. That's why I always say, if you want to sow, you can sow. If you don't want to sow, you don't have to sow. Don't really matter. But I know that my assignment is to decree and declare the word of the Lord to his people. So with that being said, let's jump right in on tonight. I hope you have shared this on your page. I hope you have tagged at least 10 people and told them that there is a word from the Lord on tonight that will encourage them. Hey, my intercessor, Ariana. Y'all know all Sold Out babies on there. They're my babies, so I forget about the parents, start talking to the babies when I see them in the chat. So anyway, let me stay focused. So listen, that's my intercessor, y'all. That's little Dr. 3. When y'all see her walking and praying, God got me training them up right. I told you these are listen, these are weapons of power. The youth at Sold Out International. I love it. But let's jump into, hey, cousin Tammy, let's jump right into day 4. And we started this on last night, and I thought I was going to go. I wasn't even sure if I was going to get on here on today, because today we had a lot of, I had about 5 Zoom meetings. I was zoomed out. But the Lord said, no, I got something I need to say. So you need to come on, get your little self together and get ready. And so you can give my word to my people. So listen, last night we started talking about these obstacles, and it did not leave me. I was laying in the bed, and I think I was talking to Miss Allison today, and I had her cracking up laughing, because I was saying, Miss Allison, I be going down the rabbit hole. Because so I was in the bed last night, and I started thinking about, and we were talking about on last night, the obstacles that the Israelites had to face, that Joshua had to face. And then I started thinking about, well, that wall, I wonder how big, and y'all, it's about 11:30 at night. I'm laying there thinking about, I wonder how big was that wall they had to go over, had to march around. I wonder how wide was it? Well, it said it took them a day. Well, how many miles is that? Boy, I wonder what was the weather. I wonder, was it hot outside? And y'all, this is just how my brain works. So a lot of this is where y'all get the lessons from, because I lay in bed and start thinking about, wow, I wonder. I just go all, y'all, when I say I go down the rabbit hole, I go all, Dion, I go all the way down the rabbit hole. I want to know, well, how big was the wall? Well, how thick was the wall? Well, why they built the wall? Well, what else was wrong? I mean, what? And y'all, that went on all night. So I'm about to get this to y'all, and we'll see what the Lord gonna say tonight when it's time to go to bed, even though I got to go back to work. Y'all pray for me. I got to go back to work tomorrow. Vacation is over. So listen, let's jump right into this. And what I learned, at what we have learned so far, is that before they had already crossed over. They were about to cross. Well, they had crossed over Jordan, and now they are at that they are. And we learned that all this was preparing them to tear down the walls. And we learned that God is showing us on this week that everything that when we crossed over, and we were wondering what happened. I mean, seemed like everything that could happen happened. Soon as we crossed over, I got sick. I lost this, and this broke, and that broke, and bills came, and this back to back to back, like you can't come up for air. And God began, he said, tell my people that is preparing them for what's to come. That is preparing them after they do this, because we're on a 7-day fast. And this is like what, day 1, 2, this is day 3. And so we've learned that before they could knock down the walls and actually possess the land would become theirs. Canaan would become theirs after they dealt with all the obstacles. Do y'all hear this tonight? After they dealt with all the obstacles, then Canaan was theirs. What is God saying? I needed y'all to fast for 7 days. On the 7th day, you're going to knock down the wall, and then everything that was holding you up, everything that I told you was yours will be yours. But we're learning there were some things they had to go through before they could knock down the wall. Okay, y'all, listen. So, says before they could knock down the wall, they had to overcome these obstacles. We quoted all the time Romans 8:37. I am more than a conqueror. But we are the first ones to give up when it gets hard. But we say, I'm more than a conqueror through him that strengthened me. He has strengthened you, but when the obstacle comes, we give up. What else? What does it say? We are first to quote Romans 8:31. If God be for me, who can be against me? But as soon as adversity comes, I'm tired. Truth is, we want to give up. Want to throw in the towel. We don't want to keep going because our mindset is not, you know what, if this obstacle is in front of me, then what's on the other side of this obstacle? It has to be great. And if God be for me, who can be with me? And heaven is back of me. So this obstacle is just something I got to get around to possess. Drop this in the chat. To possess my possession. Good evening, Teresa. In order for me to get everything that God has for me that has been holding me back, I got to get around these obstacles. I got to get past the obstacles, around the obstacles. I'm not afraid of we learned this earlier this week. I am not afraid of the obstacle because God is with me. I'm not shook by the obstacle. Watch this. Because watch this, Jennifer. I knew the obstacle was going to be there. Did I honestly think that Satan was going to just lay down and say, you know what, you go on and possess the land, Dr. 3. Go on and just go on, be great, Dr. 3. You good. No. That is not his MO. That is not how he operates. The Bible says he roams around like a lion, seeking whom he may devour. Every day, 24 hours, 7 days a week, he's trying to see how I can get you next. Let me see what I can, let me let this right here, Jim. Let me let somebody get on their nerves, and I'm going to see if that'll get them off track. That's what he do. That is his assignment. Our assignment is to stay focused. My assignment is to keep marching around this wall until it comes down. But I must understand, although there are all these obstacles in my way, things that came up, things that's going to try to hinder, things that are going to try to get me off track, it does not matter because God is with me. I got to remain faithful and consistent to the assignment. Watch this. Says, God has told us that in 3 days, what we on day, let me see what's today. On the 7th, God has told us that on the 7th day, the walls shall fall, right? Watch this, the walls in our lives shall fall. But we must be reminded of the fact that we have to be consistent. If he said fast, watch this. If he said fast for 7 days, watch this. I can guarantee you, because I can guarantee y'all when I go to work tomorrow, somebody parent about to send a whole 24 cupcakes and a big pretty one for Dr. 3. I can guarantee this is gonna watch. This is gonna happen Thursday and Friday. I can guarantee you. They're gonna have some type of potluck lunch. It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. Do you think that when you say, "Oh, I'm about to fast, I'm about to consecrate," then all of a sudden every food commercial you can think of that came on that TV and everything that came on that TV, you said, "Boy, when I come off this fast, I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna get that." Everything looks good because why? Satan's trying to distract you from what God told you to do so you can possess your possession. Do y'all hear this? Listen. It says, tonight we will be reminded, listen to this, of the consistency that the Israelites had when they marched around it. What? They marched around in silence. They did not make one sound until day 7. Y'all, they marched around in silence for 6 days. Somebody say nothing. They were consistent. They march around the wall one day, go to bed, get up. March around the wall another day, go to bed, get up. March around the wall one day. And the Bible never mentions nobody complaining. And the Bible never mentions nobody saying, "Well, child, I'm tired. You know, my leg was hurting because we were walking too much." Nobody complaining. How many times since Sunday have you complained about the fast? Well, I sure do want something. I mean, well, I'm hungry. My head hurt. Anybody that fasts know your head is gonna hurt? Because the point, and I don't even know why I'm on this. The point in the fast is this. Watch this. I am afflicting my flesh. I want you to hurt. I want you to hurt. Because I'm showing you that my spirit man is stronger than you. My spirit rules me, not my flesh. When you're on a fast and you can't finish, your flesh has just won. Okay, let me get into this. Let's listen to this. I'm gonna read this. Y'all, this is about to get real good. One of the obstacles, drop this in the chat. I must overcome these obstacles. I must overcome these obstacles. I must overcome them. I must overcome them. Hey, Jaden, I must overcome them. Watch this. Says Numbers 13:1. Numbers 13:1. Because I want y'all to understand what they walking into. I want you to understand what they're walking into. Numbers 13:1. The Lord says to Moses, send some men to explore the land of Canaan. Remember, y'all know who the men were. Y'all know who the men were. It was Joshua and Caleb and 10 more. He said 12. Watch this. He said 12, but Joshua said 2. But I dealt with that last night. So I'm going to stay right here. Watch this. Says Numbers 13:1. The Lord said to Moses, send men to explore the land of Canaan, which I am giving. The Lord already telling Moses out the gate, I'm about to give this land to y'all. But I need the plan that I'm giving you is send them to look at the land first. Watch this. Remember last night we talked about you got to have a plan. Says Numbers 13:1. The Lord says to Moses, send men to explore the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the Israelites. You're going to pick these men from each tribe. Drop down to verse 18. Now, this is Numbers 13:18-20. Watch this. See, now, these are the instructions. Listen. See what the land is like, whether the people who live there are strong or weak. Remember I said, you got to study. Listen. God gonna give it to me. I'm gonna possess the land, and God gave me a business. And in 7 days, I'm gonna have a business, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. Now, well, have you done your homework? Have you studied how that thing works? Have you studied how to run that type of business? Have you done your work? Moses, God tells Moses, send these men, check the land out. I'm gonna give it to you, but you gotta do y'all hear this? I'm gonna give you the land, but you gotta do your homework first. Who is this for tonight? I just believe somebody just gonna drop it in my lap. And they might, but you better be after they drop it in your lap, what you gonna do? I'll give you something so simple. I want to be a homeowner. The Lord told me I'm going to own a home. The Lord told me. Well, guess what? Guess what? When you get a house, you can't call the landlord, because guess who the landlord? You. When something breaks, guess who got to fix it? You. Guess what? You got to have insurance on your house. Guess what? You got to pay taxes on your house. Guess what? You live somewhere real nice, you got to have an HOA. And guess what? You can't go out there and put no fence out there, Dr. 3, just because you want one, because all the fences in your neighborhood got to be alike. Do your homework. Listen, just because God tell you something, I feel this tonight, does not mean you don't have to plan. Just because God give you a vision. He said, I'm going to give you provision and have you, do you know what to do when I send the provision? Do you know what to do to help when I send it? If I send you all the, if God birthed a ministry in you and he sent all these people to help you, do you know what to tell them to do? Or is everybody just looking at everybody like, well, child, I don't know. I mean, what you think? No. Listen, say it here. Verse Numbers 13, 18 through 20. See what the land is like and whether the people who live there, what you're walking into, watch this. You got to see if they are strong or weak. You got to see if it's few or many. Verse 19. What kind of land do they live in? Is it good or is it bad? What kind of towns do they live in? Are they unwalled or are they fortified? Uh-oh. Are they fortified? They didn't know about Jericho until they got over. Y'all, okay, watch this. Verse 20. How is the soil? Uh-oh. Is it fertile or is it poor? Are there trees in it or not? Do your best to bring back fruit. Evidence. Ooh, Jesus. Watch this. Do your best to bring back some of the fruit of the land. He said, when you go and you scout it out, bring back some evidence from the land. Can y'all just drop in the chat evidence in all caps? It ought to be some evidence that you done your homework. Who am I talking to tonight? It ought to be some evidence. If you come to me with a plan, tell me, Dr. God gave me a ministry and I want to run it and I want to have it and I want to do X, Y, Z, and I'm sitting looking like, okay. So what's your plan? How you know that's going to work? Have you scouted it out? Have you got approval? Because that's what I want to know. What is your evidence from you doing your homework? Ooh, you know what? Okay. With my students, the evidence that you did your homework is going to be when I give you this test and you passed it. That's the evidence you done all the homework. Y'all, is this blessing anybody? Because I ain't even got in here deep yet. I'm about to really go deep with y'all. But listen. So now let's get down to verses 27 through 29. Says, so they came back, they gave Moses this account. Listen to this. Verses 27 through 29. We went into the land to which you sent us, and absolutely it does flow with milk and honey. Yes, sir. It flows with milk and honey. And here is the fruit. Watch this, verse 28. But the people who live there, watch this. Y'all ready? Drop this in the chat. But, and he gave you all the good news, but stop right there for you, Moses, before you start shouting and praising God. Wait a minute. Got something else to tell you. Says verse 28. But the people who live there, they are powerful, and their cities are fortified, and their cities are very large. Listen, y'all. We even saw the descendants of Anak there. Verse 29. The Amalekites lived there. The Hittites, the Jebusites, all them ites lived there. Oh, Lord. Live in the hill country. And the Canaanites live near the sea and along the Jordan. Y'all, we got a problem. All them ites there. I'm going to tell you about them ites later. All them ites live there. Watch this, verse 31 through 33. But the men who had gone up with him said, we can't attack them people. They are stronger than we are, and they spread among the Israelites a bad report about the land they had explored. So forget that it's flowing with milk and honey. Forget that these grapes are bigger than our whole head that we done bought back. One grape bigger than my whole head y'all looking at. We had to carry, it took multiple people to carry these grapes back. Don't even worry about all that. But I see some giants. All them ites are giants. I see some giants. So forget the fact, watch this here. Forget the fact that God already told us he was going to give us this land. Forget the fact that it's flowing with milk and honey. Forget the evidence that the soil is real good. Look at these grapes. Don't even worry about all that. So they spread, watch this, that negativity throughout the whole camp. Do y'all hear this tonight? Says, verse 32. And they spread among the Israelites a bad report about the land they had explored. They said, watch this. They said, the land we explored devours those living in it. All the people we saw there are great size. They huge. Watch this. Verse 33. We saw Nephilim there. He's a descendant of Anak. Watch this. We look like grasshoppers. Jesus. We look like grasshoppers in our own eyes when we looked on them. Do y'all hear this? Watch this. Y'all, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. Listen. So these are one of the obstacles. Giants are in the way. So do you honestly think that there's nothing that's going to stand, that there's nothing, listen, that there's not going to be any obstacles while you're trying to obtain what God promised you? And what the same, just like God telling you, you know what God told you. Moses know what God told him. But now I got a report saying, hold up, wait a minute, it's giants in the land. But remember, God the one told Moses, I'm going to give you this land. Send some people over there to see about the land. God, why would you do that? And you already know. God, why would you send them over there to see about a land that you already know what's in the land because you're God? Is this blessing anybody tonight? God, why would you give me a vision that big? Why would you show me something that massive, that big, that great? And you know all this stuff is in my way. You know I don't have the money. Who am I? You know I don't have the money. You know I don't have the building. You know I don't have the team. You know I don't have X, Y, and Z. Why would you show it to me and tell me? Oh, God, help me tonight. Watch this. Because I'm about to build your faith. To show you that just because you have an obstacle, because you have an obstacle in your way, that don't mean nothing to me because I'm good. I'm trying to show you that I'm bigger than any obstacle that could ever come in your way. Watch this. Then I started thinking back after I read this. I said, wait a minute. They getting scared of giants and God just parted the Red Sea. Y'all getting scared of giants and he just let death pass over your doorpost? Same God. Who is this for? Y'all getting scared of giants when y'all literally watched him feed y'all with manna? Y'all getting scared of giants. I hope y'all catching this tonight. Watch this. They were scared of these giants. Let's listen to the size. I'm going to show you a comparison of the sizes. Watch this. When they talk about the Anites, watch this. They were 7 to 9 feet tall. That's Numbers 13:33. Anak, the Anakites are 7 to 9 feet tall. The Amorites are tall. You read about them in Amos 2 and 9. Goliath was over there. 9 feet tall. Then you got the one they defeated his king. Watch this. He was 13 feet tall. That's in Deuteronomy 3 and 11. Guess how tall the Israelites was, y'all? I told you I had time today. I done my homework. The Israelites were no taller than Dr. 3. The Israelites were people that were known as being short in stature. Whenever they talked about people like Saul and David, and when they talked about their height, they were average height as a man is today. The Israelites, the average size of an Israelite was 5 to 5.5 feet tall. They were not tall people. That is why they said they look like grasshoppers to us. We are grasshoppers compared to them. You want to talk about an obstacle? But watch this here. So that was one thing. Remember they said how it was large, how the city was built. Watch this. So the wall, watch this, that they saw was the wall of Jericho. Listen to this. The wall of Jericho was 30 to 40 feet tall. That's why they said it's a fortified city. They had a wall up that was 30 to 40 feet tall. Watch this. 12 to 15 feet of it was solid stone that was 6 feet deep. 6 feet wide. That's how thick it was. Watch this. And it says that they used a double wall system to make it that thick. So it was no way you could have punched through it. Watch this. The wall was so wide, watch this, it would take them a full day to walk around the wall, because to walk around the wall was 18 miles. You want to talk about an obstacle? My God, today. Watch this. And not only that, so let's put ourselves in the circumstance that they was in. So now you're talking about I got to deal with some giants. Now you're talking about a wall. But first of all, let's talk about the fact that we got to walk. We got to walk. Watch this. The roads around Jericho, listen, were notoriously dangerous. They were notoriously dangerous, steep, and treacherous. The roads around Jericho, watch this, y'all. The roads around Jericho was often called the path of blood, because you were literally walking on rocks. Now they rocks, because see, y'all know when I was over there in Israel, one thing that I learned about Israel, they don't tear down any, like over here, we building a building, you would watch them, they'll tear it down first, and then they'll build another building. Israel is not like that. They don't tear down, they build on top of. So the roads that I was walking, that y'all saw me walking on, I went to certain places, that's how the road looked. It's like big rocks. You're just walking on top of them. That's what they walked on every single day. Could you imagine walking on that all day? Go lay down. Let's get up. Let's do it again. And ain't nobody talking. Anybody? Oh Lord, my feet hurting. Oh Lord, we're gonna walk. Everybody gonna be quiet. Nobody complaining. You want to talk about obstacles? Says, watch this. It was often called the path of blood. Watch this. Dropping over 3,000 feet in elevation, this rocky, narrow desert path featured many twists and blind turns. They weren't just walking down like you walking down your street, walking down your driveway to go to the mailbox. You got to understand what they were doing. Listen, it says the path was steep, rocky, narrow, descending sharply from a mountainous region, from Jerusalem into the Jordan Valley. They wasn't just like walking through the park, holding hands, whistling, and kumbaya. And watch this. And then, and as I was talking today, I was sharing with someone. I said, that's just like y'all know that when y'all was all excited because the monks was walking. So just picture and put yourself in their spot. We all just say, okay, everybody on the live, all 40 of y'all on the live. Tomorrow we gonna meet and we just gonna walk all through downtown Charlotte. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Do you know everybody down? But the whole time we walking, they looking like, what are they doing? Ain't nobody saying nothing. They just walking in a whole circle. Like, by the time the news cameras done showed up, what they walking for? I mean, what's wrong? But we can't say nothing. Can't answer them. Can't do nothing but walk. Everybody looking. Some people talking, you know what, they crazy. What is the sold out? All y'all got them shirts. What that mean? Can't answer. Keep walking. And we did it for 7 days. Silence. That's what they were doing. Walking on rocky path. A path of what they call the path of blood, because some people died along that route. Walking, knowing, oh Lord, look at this wall. Walking, knowing it's giants in here. Walking, knowing all the obstacles that I face, but I got to be consistent and I got to get up and do it again tomorrow. I got to be consistent and get up despite how I feel. I got to be consistent. And because watch this, while they walking, they ain't eating. Ain't nobody stopping. Ain't nobody getting water. You walking. Watch this. Says, because I want to know how the weather was. Y'all know me. Says, based on the biblical account in Joshua and the geographical context, the weather during the march of Jericho was hot. It was extremely hot, and it was dry, and the sun was beaming. Typical of the Jordan Rift Valley during spring harvest season. It was hot. It's hot. I can't say nothing. My mouth parched. My feet hurt. They over here in my ear. These Canaanites saying stuff that I can't answer, but I'm just going to keep walking. I got to stay focused. I got to keep my mind on what God told us. I got to keep my mind on, regardless of all these obstacles, I'm about to possess this land. I got to keep my mind on, regardless of this giants over here that could come out at any minute. I got to stay focused. Watch this. Says, let me see, I'm not good. Let me see, I don't know what I want to go. Watch this. Numbers 14, because I had a lot I wanted. I ain't going to go there. Numbers 14, 5 through 10. And I'm going to close with this. Yes, Jaden said that means if they walked around 7 times, it says that, and it's 18 miles around, that means they walked 126 miles. Let that marinate. 126 miles. Tracy, and then they wearing sandals. Well, I ain't got nothing. I'm going to get my Timbs. I'm going to get my Timbs. They ain't have no Timbs. They ain't have no Uggs. They ain't have no shoes, no running shoes. Sandals. Walking on rocks. Watch this. Numbers 14, 5 through 10. Once they told him this is what I love. Watch this. Once he got this report, listen to what Moses did. Moses and Aaron, his sidekick. Moses and Aaron fell face down in front of all the Israelites. Watch this. They fell face down in front of the whole Israelite assembly gathered there. Verse 6. Joshua and Caleb were among, watch this, listen, y'all catch this. Joshua and Caleb, who were among those who had explored the land, tore their clothes and said, they ripped their clothes, listen, and said to the entire assembly, the land we passed through and explored is good. You always got to have somebody on your team that see it the way God sees it. Who is this for? That see it the way God see it. They saw the giants too. They saw that the land was treacherous. They saw the wall. They saw the same thing that them other 10 saw. But they said, but wait a minute, it's good. Y'all, can y'all drop? I almost jumped up, y'all. Can you drop that in the chat? But it's still good. Oh, God. It's still good. It's still good. It's still good. We saw the giants too. We saw that wall. We know it's treacherous, but it's still good. Do y'all hear this tonight? Says, watch this. Verse 7. Joshua and Caleb said to the entire Israelite assembly, the land we passed through and explored, it is exceedingly good. Watch this. Verse 8. Watch this, y'all. If the Lord is pleased with us, he will lead us into that land that's flowing with milk and honey, and he will give it to us. And he will give it to us. No matter what it looks like, it's still good. Oh, who is this for tonight? No matter what I'm going through, it's still good. Because what God promised me, he gonna give it to me. Oh, Lord, I love this. It says, watch this. Says, if the Lord is pleased with us, he will lead us into this land, a land flowing with milk and honey, and he will give it to us. Verse 9. Watch what they tell him. Only do not rebel against the Lord, and do not be afraid of the people of the land. So don't you turn your back on God because of this bad report you just got. Don't you be afraid of these people or these giants in this land or these obstacles because of what they said. God gonna give it. God's still gonna give us this land. Watch this. Says, verse 9, only do not rebel against the Lord and do not be afraid of the people of the land. Because listen to what he says, because we're gonna devour them. God, I love you. Because we will devour them. Their protection is now gone. Ooh, Jesus. What once protected them is now gone. Why is it gone? Because we coming. Ooh. Y'all better catch it tonight. Their protection is gone because we're coming. I'm going to say it one more time. Their protection is gone because we are coming. Who is this for? Listen. Says their protection is gone. Says their protection is gone, but the Lord is with us. Y'all drop that in the chat. We coming. Their protection is gone. What kept them hidden? What allowed them to advance is now gone because we come. Because we're coming. Watch this. And then he says, do not be afraid of them. The Lord is with us. He's not with them. He's not with them. He's with us. Why are y'all afraid? Then he says, like verse 10, but the whole assembly, watch this here, y'all. This right here, when I read this, I just set my whole Bible down. I had to just walk outside for a minute, just take a deep breath. After he told him all this, remember last week I said it's amazing that people would rather believe a lie than the truth every time. Watch this. So you had 10 to come back. Yeah, it's flowing with milk and honey, all right, but it's giants over there. They got a big wall over there. And then you got Joshua and Caleb. Yeah, we saw the same thing they saw. But I'm going to tell you, God is with us. Their protection is gone. We're going to devour them. Watch this. And then you got to remember, God already told Moses, I'm about to give you this land. Watch the response of the people. Listen to this, y'all. I just had to walk off when I read it. Verse 10. But the whole assembly talked about stoning them. Y'all, we'd rather believe that it's giants over there and we don't want the land flowing with milk and honey. We're going to stay right where we at. We don't want to advance. We don't want to grow. We don't want to become great. We don't want to be God's chosen people no more. We're going to stay right here. We don't want to believe he's going to get us out again. Even though what they're saying is we don't believe God can do this, even though he parted the Red Sea. We don't believe God can do this, even though he got us free from Pharaoh. We don't believe God can do this, even though he allowed death to hit a whole nation and not even touch us. But we don't think he could deal with these giants. No. Said the whole assembly talked about stoning them. Watch this. Same verse. Then the glory of the Lord showed up. Like you tell y'all, let them talk. Says as soon as they start talking about stoning them, the glory of the Lord showed up. Touch not mine anointed. Watch this. Says the glory of the Lord appeared at the tent of meeting in front of all the Israelites. Don't mess with his chosen. So I keep telling y'all, Caleb and Joshua is telling them, watch this, the obstacle, the giants are no longer covered, but we are. And because we're covered, we're about to devour them. What is God saying to y'all tonight? Stop worrying about the obstacles. The obstacles don't even matter no more because you're covered. Because you're covered. Watch this. Watch this. Let me see. I got one more point. One more point. Watch this. When they said stone them, watch this. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off here. When they said stone them, I'm sure what that really meant. This was a response of people that are rebellious. This was a response of a rebellious people. I'm gonna tell you, you can scope them out every time. Start telling somebody, watch this, about what God gonna do in your life, about what ministry God gave you, how you about to take the nation. I'm a prophet to the nation, all that good stuff. Watch how they respond. That's why I said we got to get in a season of less talking and more listening and watching people. Watch their response. When somebody, I remember, I'll never forget. I was talking about somebody about the ministry, something when we first started, and they were like, yeah, because I was telling them about your little ministry. I said, did you say? The Lord was like, don't open your mouth, pay attention. So in my mind, me and the Lord having the whole conversation, but they called the ministry little. They say my little ministry. Like, what that mean? And Lord said, just watch that. Now you know. Y'all better pay. Okay, watch. Okay, let me get back to this. Says that all the congregation said, stone them. This was the response of the people. Rebellious, unbelieving men. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this, y'all. Rebellious, unbelieving men cannot endure a person of faith. A rebellious person cannot stand a person of faith. Every time you say God gonna do, well, child, I know somebody else that they tried that it didn't work. Girl, God told me he about to give me this building. Well, you know that it ain't the time to be buying no building, girl. Why would you do that? You can take that money and invest. Watch those people. Says, rebellious, unbelieving men cannot endure men of faith. Why? Because you are challenging their faith. When you say what God told you, you start talking about the faith, and I know God gonna do it, and I'm fasting, I'm praying, I decree and I declare, and they looking like, yeah, but I know. Because you know what? You're challenging their faith. Your faith is rebuking them. Your faith is letting them know you got a little faith. You don't even believe like that. Watch this. Says, watch this. And I'm gonna get off here with this last thing, because otherwise I keep going. They wanted to kill, listen. They wanted to kill Joshua and Caleb for calling them to forsake their unbelief. You want to kill somebody that's telling you to have faith. They wanted to kill somebody that's telling them have faith. Believe the word of the Lord. And you want to kill them. Do y'all hear this tonight? They wanted to kill them because you're telling them to have faith. People don't like you because of the level of faith that you walk in. People get upset with you. I told her I was sick and I was going through, and I was telling the Lord, but I believe God gonna heal you. No, you're mad at me. Y'all hear this tonight? Says, watch this. So that was an obstacle too. I just thank you, Holy Spirit. That was the obstacle too. The people that's in the camp was y'all have mercy. The first obstacle we got to deal with is y'all right here in the house. Woohoo! The first obstacle I got to deal with is this spirit of unbelief that's around me. The first, okay, I was trying to get off here, but see y'all pulling on a prophetic. You wondering, oh Lord, you wondering why it won't work. Check who's in the house. Check who's in your ear. Check who's in the camp. Check who's on the board. Who in here that don't believe? That's heavy there. Drop that in the chat. I got to check who's in the camp. Who's secretly saying stone her. Ooh, Jesus. Who's secretly saying stone her. Who's secretly saying, child, that ain't gonna work. Who's secretly saying, child, why you dream so big? Why you always thinking, every time we get one thing done, here you come with something else. Every time we get one assignment done, here you come with another one. Check who's in your camp. You can be making a plan so great and not knowing somebody on your own team is still putting a dagger in your. You could be planning something. Listen, you could be planning something great for your family. A beautiful vision that God gave you. And you got somebody right there in your house that's against it the whole time, like, child, whatever, that child. Here we go again. Here we go again. Check who's in your camp. Listen, I think I have one more thing. Those who live in rebellion, y'all, this time I promise y'all I'm done. Listen, Those who live in rebellion and unbelief often find those who live in faith and submission to God as aggravating. You aggravate them. You always talk about God gonna do this and God gonna do that. I'm a person of faith and that. You aggravate them. Watch those kind of people. Listen, it says, this is especially true if you live in faith and try to correct or guide a rebellious and unbelieving person. You aggravate them when you try to correct them. You aggravate them. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else, and y'all for real this time. I'm gonna tell y'all one more thing. I'm gonna get off here. You will run into a person, watch this, that's going through something. Because God had to show me this. He said, daughter, he said, I'm gonna show you if they want attention or they want to be delivered. If they want attention or they really want wise counsel. They want attention. Because what in this day and age, you gotta understand, it's people that just like attention. No matter what you tell them, it's gonna be something else. No matter what you say, oh, well, now I'm going through this. No matter what you say, well, here go this right here. But no matter what you say, it's gonna be another post tomorrow, and it's gonna be another post the next day, and it's gonna be you're gonna be looking like, well, you know what? You got to understand when God is taking you to a place. Listen, your promised land, whatever He promised you, that thing you've been believing God for. You got to understand. Watch what's coming out of your mouth. Watch who in your camp, because your obstacle can be right in your own house. Your obstacle could be somebody right on your team. They started out good. What? Story of my life. Started out good, but you grew too much. Ooh, Jesus. Who is this for? Because sometimes, watch this. As you grow, okay, I hear you, Holy Spirit. As you grow in the things of God, everybody can't go with you. Some people you will outgrow. Either they go, because my thing is this, either you got to come up because I ain't coming down. After God start elevating you, come on. Watch it, because you got to understand that as you are going after what God has promised you in these days to come, you got to understand that you got to deal with these obstacles that's in your way, but you still got to stay focused. I see the obstacle, but I ain't gonna let the obstacle get me off track. I see the obstacle, but I ain't gonna start dealing. I'm not gonna get so focused on the obstacle that I miss what I'm supposed to be doing. Who is this for? I'm not gonna get so busy looking at, well, now why they not doing that? Well, now the TV crooked. I came to church to preach and the TV crooked. Now you can't even preach. Really? Is that what we doing today? It's little things like that you got a whole purpose and a whole word, and you come to church and the TV is tilted to the left a little bit instead of the way you like it, and then you can't even preach. And these people out here that needed a word, they're about to blow their brains out. Guess what? You didn't give them the word. Chain reaction. Watch this, because we got to get in our mind. I got to stay focused because there's something great ahead. And these obstacles, this wall, watch this. This wall is not going to stop me. This wall, even though it is 18 miles wide to walk around it, is not going to stop me. This wall, even though it's so many feet high, is not going to stop me. These giants, even though they that tall and they so much bigger than me and I look like a grasshopper, giants do fall. Drop this in the chat. Giants do fall, and they did. Who sung that song? Giants do fall, the bigger they. That song right there. Think of Donald Lawrence. That's what it was. Giants do fall. We march around these Jericho walls. Okay, but anyway, giants do fall. Y'all just drop that in the chat. I'm getting off here because now I'm about to go down a whole tangent. Giants do fall. So we have an obstacle that's in your way. Yeah, many of you are already seated. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it up here. Let me see. Y'all, I got so many tabs open. Okay, there you go. Giants do fall. Listen, so if you want to sow, I want you to put that in, let that tag your seed that. Giants do fall. The obstacles that you face are giants. But guess what? They about to fall. Giants do fall. Giants do fall. I don't care how big. I don't care how wide. I don't care if I look like that compared to it. If God told me, watch this key. If God told me, daughter, you're going to possess all of that, I'm going to get it. And you standing in my way. What? Because God already told me. Jaden, God already told me, you about to obtain all that. All that is yours. He told Moses, I'm about to give you that land. But I need you to do the work before I give it. I ain't just going to drop it on you. You're going to work for this thing. Ooh. Ain't going to be no holy hookup. Ain't going to be nowhere. You know what? He said, no, you're going to go in the land. You're going to scope it out. You're going to send some people. And then you're going to follow all my instructions. And then I'm going to give it. Y'all got to get off here. You're going to follow my instructions. And then I'm going to give it to you. Listen, if this word has been a blessing to you, I hope, first of all, before you, even before you sow, I hope you have tagged, I hope you have shared this with at least 10 people. Listen, now if you want to sow, get your seed in the ground. You're going to tag that seed, Giants Do Fall. Because they coming down, y'all. And I cannot wait to Sunday. Oh, Lord. We're in our hoodies. If you don't have a hoodie, any kind of hoodie will work. But most of us got sold out hoodies. If you want to get a sold out hoodie, you got to tomorrow. I think my brother told me like 11. And I know I done got on his nerve because y'all, I done ordered him in every color. He looking like, okay, sis. Listen, if you need a hoodie, you want a sold out hoodie, let me know. I'll make sure you get the information to order you one. Listen, it's going down Sunday. It's going down. We in hoodies and jeans and sneakers. It's going down Sunday. I'm excited because Sunday, the wall's about to fall, and I'm excited about it. Listen, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all. I'll probably be back on here sometime again this week. Not sure when, but just keep your eyes on my page. And I'll tag it if you don't follow me on Facebook. Make sure you follow me on Facebook because that's where I normally post all my stuff. And then also make sure you get the link on YouTube because whenever Facebook go out, I'll be over there on YouTube. Listen, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I decree and I declare that tonight your sleep, it shall be sweet. God bless y'all. I love you.